Russian President Vladimir Putin has labeled a Ukrainian strike on the Rostov Regional Air Traffic Control Center as a clearly terrorist act, claiming it could have endangered civilian air traffic. Speaking at a meeting of Russia's Security Council in Moscow, Putin said the attack targeted critical civilian-linked infrastructure deep inside southern Russia, though he stressed that no tragic incidents occurred due to the swift response of air traffic controllers.
Dear colleagues, good evening. I would like to welcome everyone. Today we will discuss several issues. The first and main one concerns the events that took place early this morning. The Kyiv regime carried out another act that was clearly terrorist in nature, striking the Rostov Regional Air Traffic Control Center. This could have endangered civilian air traffic. Fortunately, no tragic incidents occurred thanks to the highly professional work of our air traffic controllers.
Russian Deputy Prime Minister Vitali Savelyev said the facility in Rostov-on-Don was hit 3 times between 4:15 a.m. and 5:45 a.m. on May 8th. Emergency protocols were activated immediately, with personnel evacuated to shelters and operations shifted to backup control centers. Savelyev confirmed there were no casualties, but said damage assessments were still underway, with engineers from defense-linked firms Almaz Ante and Rostec deployed for inspection.
On May 8th, between 4:15 a.m. and 5:45 a.m., 3 strikes were carried out against the building of the Russian Federation's Regional Air Traffic Control Center in Rostov-on-Don. Following the strikes, air traffic control procedures were carried out in accordance with contingency and emergency response protocols and were transferred to aerodrome control centers. Thanks to the security service, personnel were evacuated to a bomb shelter, and there were no casualties. The extent of the damage and additional information are being clarified. Engineers from Almaz Ante and Rostec will assess the condition and operability of the center's systems over the next 15 hours. The following 13 airports in the Rostov zone were closed.
The strikes triggered widespread disruption across southern Russia's aviation network. Authorities temporarily closed 13 airports, including those in Sochi, Krasnodar, Volgograd, and Mineralny Vody. Airlines were instructed to cancel or reroute flights, while passengers were shifted to rail and bus services. Officials said partial operations resumed later in the day at reduced frequency, with full restoration expected within days. The incident comes amid heightened tensions around overlapping ceasefire announcements. US President Donald Trump had proposed a 3-day ceasefire around Victory Day, along with a prisoner exchange deal, while Russia had separately declared a short ceasefire for May 8 to 9. Moscow has also warned of massive retaliatory strikes if Ukraine disrupts commemorations, intensifying the political weight of the Rostov attack.